We're making waves and keeping it real. It's Real Talk Roadie with Becca Berger.
Have you ever been to Rhode Island before?
I actually lived in Tiverton, Rhode Island for a couple of years before I moved to Fall River, Massachusetts. It's right across the river. So,
What?
yeah,
Get out
yeah,
of here. So what brought you to Tiverton and then eventually to Fall River?
a girl.
Are you still with that girl or?
No, no, I sure am not. Um, but for a short time, yes, I went out there for at the time the love of my life, and we have a daughter together, um, who currently lives in Pennsylvania. So, um, yeah,
That ship sailed, unfortunately,
that
but you got
that ship has sailed.
but you got something really great out of it, is what it
I
sounds
did,
like.
I
Charles, am I
did.
calling you Charles or Charlie?
I if you're signing my paychecks, I prefer Charles.
Okay.
But my friends call me Charlie, and I either one works though.
Okay. All right. That sounds good because we had a governor in Massachusetts named Charlie Baker, as I'm
Yeah.
sure.
Oh, I'm aware. There are many times people got us confused, and I got a lot of flack for that.
Imagine that. But you know what? We want to focus on you and we want to focus on your role as John Digby
All
in
right.
this season of The Pit. Now, before you booked this role, were you a fan of the show?
No, I hadn't even seen the show, and once I booked the job, I kind of avoided watching the show because I didn't want it to kind of temper my performance. I didn't want to try and act like someone else on the show, and so I waited until we had filmed most of it, and I was invited to watch a preview of episode one while we were still shooting episode 14 and 15, and after I saw the first episode of season two, I went home and went, okay, now I can watch. I've established my character. I'm not going to change how I'm playing the role now. So now I'm going to go back and watch it. And it was just I was blown away. Such a great show, such a well crafted story. Um,
I'm blown
and
away every
yeah,
week.
but like Breaking Bad, a lot of times we were kind of shooting as we go, a couple episodes ahead at a time, and watching along and seeing what's happening. And it all really depends on the studio and the setup. So
It was
uh,
so funny. As soon as I saw you on screen with The Pit, I said, that is skinny bleeping Pete. I know it's skinny Pete, and I was right. And I didn't, and I was like, do I even want to like check IMDb? Well, I always do just to make sure I'm right. But yes, I was.
yeah,
Imagine that these unbelievable shows you've gotten the chance to work on, and you often play these characters who are kind of unseen or misunderstood. So why don't you talk about that and what draws you to roles like this?
I think a lot of it has to do with me being for most of my life kind of misunderstood and unseen. I grew up on military bases, never really had a permanent place. Uh, my dad had PTSD from Vietnam. My mom was bipolar. They were divorced. I was constantly thrown back and forth between the two, and um, I don't know. It always feels right. I love playing complex characters. I love playing broken people. I'm not a fan of playing scumbags and drug addicts and criminals so much, but sometimes that comes with the territory. But any chance I get to find a guy I play a role that is complex and still a good person inside is I jump for chances like that.
Digby definitely has a lot of mystery behind
Yeah,
him. And
yeah.
talk to me a little bit about what we're going to be seeing from Digby this week and in the next coming weeks of the pit.
Well, I can't really tell you all about it.
No, but
I
what you can
know
say.
you will be seeing him more often. A lot of a couple episodes for the season, you may only see him sitting in his bed in the background. And then he has more story to tell. Uh, throughout the rest of the season. And I'm really excited for everyone to get to see, what he does and where he comes from, and what he's about.
So we are going to get some origin story on Digby.
A little bit, a little bit. I don't know if we got enough. I was hoping they'd give a little bit more, but on that note, I'm hoping, and I have no way of knowing this for sure whatsoever, but I'm hoping, since they've been approved for season three, I'm hoping we get a chance to come back and explore a little bit more about his life in season three. Fingers crossed, and we'll see.
Talk to me about what it's like on the set of The Pit.
It's amazing. It's incredible. The set was it's brilliant. I mean, the set designer Nina just created this immersive environment for actors to work in. All the lighting is built into the set. We don't have, you know, when they say, "Hey, we're going to change angles, we're going to turn around," it's not typically on a TV show. That means you go sit in your trailer for an hour or two while they move lights and tweak lights and fix things. And uh, on this show, they say we're turning around, and they literally just turn the camera around and go. Um, and it creates this really immersive kind of experience, and you forget that you're on a TV set, and you really feel like you're in a hospital, and you don't have to worry about breaking a fourth wall, because there really is no fourth wall. It's all right there. Everybody, and the crew, I don't know if a lot of the crew wears scrubs, so that if you're looking around while you're doing a scene, you don't see some guy in pink shorts standing there with his boom mic. You see another surgeon, or a nurse, or a med tech. And it gives everybody this freedom to just play. And that's my favorite part, is we just make believe. We're all kids just playing make believe. And
But with
this,
very
like,
serious, like, I mean, very intense subject matter.
yeah, yes, it's very adult make believe, but it's make believe nonetheless. And uh I had the benefit of sitting in the special effects makeup trailer every morning, to get covered in dirt and scars and scabs, and I got to see all of the different other effects that they were using, and see them as just props on a table, and so it was just amazing to see the craftsmanship. They got some of the best special effects people in the country doing work on this show, and it shows.
It certainly does. Is it as chaotic as it feels?
No, it's very, very ordered, very laid back. Everybody loves their jobs. They all are really professional at what they do, and they're really good at what they do, and they all uh it's fun. There's a lot of goofing around in between takes. For the very short time we have in between takes, there's a lot of talk. There's a lot of getting to know each other. We all sit at lunch together, and just chat and get to know each other. And yeah, it's like a family business. It's really cool.
What I find really interesting about The Pit is that the quote unquote guest stars are really just like main characters as well, because it's set in one day.
Yes, yes, and it's amazing. Like, and the quality of guest actors that they have coming on is just, it's mind blowing. These are people I've been watching since I was really young, and I've admired their work, and here I am getting to play with them now, and it blows me away how just incredibly well crafted the show is, all around.
And before we let you go, talk to me about why, stories about, because Digby is unhoused. Talk to me about why stories like that matter now more than ever.
Oh, well, it's relevant. It's very relevant, and it's a conversation. I think that it needs to be talked about more and louder. The show, and not just Digby. Digby's kind of a special situation. He's one of those people that kind of just slips through the cracks as far as the health insurance and the billing section goes, in a way, because he's just there's obviously no way he's paying for this. But we see in other cases how the medical industry is not the best in this country. It's kind of a travesty. And what I love about the Pit is it shows that there's a difference between the medical professionals who are working in this industry and then the fight with the medical industry to provide the care that most of these patients desperately need, and are sometimes not allowed to have. And Breaking Bad was another show that also highlighted the dysfunction of the American healthcare system, and I think I think we need to make more and more of these until people start listening and start realizing that, hey, this is all a scam. This is not the way it should be done. My dad was military. I grew up living all around the world. I've seen the benefits of healthcare systems that are functioning for their people, and this is definitely not one of them.
This is not it. You're right. I totally agree. And that's why shows like The Pit are so important. Charles Baker, we appreciate you and can't wait to see you on the rest of the season of The Pit. We appreciate it.
Thank you so much for having me.